like books.
Books are great.
Let's
Guess
go
we'll
read
read some books. Hey, and we're back.
Oh, we are back.
We're back.
Oh, you left her in a cliffhanger, didn't you?
If.
Ba ba ba.
And now the dramatic conclusion to...
We read books.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about.
Okay, never mind then.
If, after further confrontation, the person refuses to deal with his wrongdoing, you must eventually acknowledge that this person is choosing to not continue his relationship with you. We cannot make people confess, repent, and reconcile with us. We must let them walk away. We must pray for them. Loving confrontation does not always result in reconciliation, but it does give us the peace of mind that we sought to deal with the wrong in a responsible manner. In summary, here are the steps in responding to Lewis Black.
I didn't know that summary involved voice modulation. Apparently it does. I can use some inflection. Consciously acknowledge to yourself that you are angry.
Okay, so number one is arguably the hardest step, just realizing that you're angry. You're not frustrated, you're not stressed, you're not miffed,
tired.
You're not... What are other words that we say when we pretend to not be angry?
Tired. Sorry, I might
You know
be
what I mean?
emotional.
I'm not angry, I'm just a little upset.
Yes.
No.
He talks about upset later.
We're angry.
We're angry.
It may not be a 10, it might be a 1 or a 2, but anger is anger.
Lewis Black is Lewis Black. Don't call him anything else. Restrain your immediate response.
This is where you count to 10 or 100. You take a walk. Take your breath. If there's somebody that you spend a lot of time with, husband, wife, family member, let them know that you're going to start practicing this. Say, hey, I'm going to do the goalie referee timeout thing with my hand, okay, like a ref's timeout. That doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you or that I'm, being childish. What it's saying is I'm trying to take steps to deal with my anger better. I want you to encourage me. This is for both of us, for good and growth. So what I'm going to do is walk away so that I can be mature and responsible, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this in a few minutes, in maybe an hour or so, once I've had time to calm down. You got to agree on that beforehand, because in the heat of the moment, you can't explain that. I mean, if I was eloquent enough to be able to explain that in the middle of an argument, probably wouldn't be having an argument. Mm-hmm. So that's step 2, is restrain your immediate response. Step 3, locate the focus of your anger. What am I really angry at?
Why are you really angry?
Why am I really angry?
You get to go Freudian on yourself for a minute.
Why are you angry? Tell me about your father.
Don't really go all Freudian, but you can go a little Freudian. It's fun sometimes. Number 4, analyze your options.
You need to do some research on Freud before you say that again.
I know he's got some pretty weird beliefs that are not founded in modern psychology. I know that much. Analyze your options. Hey,
if you have some opinions about Freud and his psychology, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my. Everybody has opinions on Freud. Anywho, we're going to analyze our options now. How do we deal with this anger responsibly? Do we set it aside? Do we consciously make a choice to turn this anger over? Do we lovingly confront?
Yeah, those are really the only two options I'd say, responsible options. Is you can either choose to let it go before God, like consciously acknowledge, I am forgiving this person, I'm letting it go. Or you can go and rebuke them, but this has to be done carefully, and there's lots of advice, I'll say, on how to do that.
Which we just covered in this chapter.
And that's the whole point of this. Analyze your options. What can I do to take constructive action, which is number 5. Take that constructive action. Don't bash things. Don't yell. Don't raise your voice. The whole point of anger is to say, hey, there's a problem with this relationship. What do I need to do to repair it? Okay. This is the road to making anger productive. It is so important that I've reproduced it as a part of a detachable card at the back of this book. You will also find some pointers on these 5 steps in the summary quick take on the next page.
I wasn't sure if we were done yet or not.
No. I forgot to start the timer, so we're going to go on forever. This is Mr. Bones' Wild Ride, don't you know?
The ride never ends.
Remember, folks, the ride never ends.
Okay, consciously acknowledge yourself that you are angry. Say it out loud. I'm angry about this. Now what am I going to do?
Say what?
I'm angry about this. Now what am I going to do?
One more time.
I'm angry about this. Now what am I going to do? Such statement makes you aware of your own anger and also helps you to recognize both your anger and the action you are going to take. You have set the stage for applying reason to your anger. I once caught my dearest husband in the heat of the moment by saying, "Why are you angry?" And then he immediately recognized this book, the steps you're supposed to take.
Yeah, we were in the car leaving somewhere, and I was just ranting, and I was way past my boiling point. And from the back of the car, I hear this singular question.
Why are you angry?
Why am I angry? Remember your training. Remember the basics of CQC. And I just went, okay, all right, I am angry. Why am I angry? And I reasoned through the whole thing. She helped me process it. And by the time we got home, we were just happy as could be. We were a mended family. I don't even remember what I was so mad about.
Your credit card got denied.
Oh, right.
Because somebody tried to steal it.
No spoilers. I was totally mad at the bank because we were buying like $200 worth of groceries, and my credit card was declined. Not my credit card, my debit card was declined. And I thought that they messed up and deactivated my card when they activated her new one. Anyway, come to find out, somebody up in Michigan had forged my card and made a fraudulent card. The bank caught it and shut down that card account. Mm-hmm. And like earlier that morning, somebody withdrew hundreds of dollars from it. They caught it and refunded it, but they canceled that card. And I went like breathing fire. You did this and you did that. I didn't have all the information. It's a classic anger mistake. I didn't have all the information. But my wife helped me process it in a healthy way.
Mm-hmm. So you're able to go on with our day without hearing about that for the rest of a long time. Rest of forever. Not really forever. Anywho. Number 2 is restrain your immediate response. Avoid the common but destructive responses of verbal or physical venting or their opposite, withdrawal and silence. Refuse to take the action that you typically take when feeling angry. Waiting can help you avoid both saying and doing things you may not mean and later will regret. Number 3, locate the focus of your anger. What words or actions by the other person have made you angry? If the person has truly wronged you, identify the person's sin. How has she wronged you? We'll talk about that more in the later chapter. Then determine how serious the offense is.
Is it a 1? Is it a 10? Is it a sin at all?
Yeah. Is it a perceived anger? We'll talk about that later. Some wrongs are minor and some are major. Knowing its seriousness should affect your response.
Mm. Analyze your options. Ask yourself, does the action I am considering have any potential for dealing with the wrong and helping the relationship? And is it best for the person at whom I'm angry? The 2 most constructive options are to confront the person in a helpful way or to consciously decide to overlook the matter.
I see ask yourself, now you immediately think, and you may ask yourself,
how did I get angry? As the days go by, it is water under. Take constructive action. Number 5, if you choose to let the offense go, then, in prayer, confess your anger and your willingness to turn the person over to God. Then release your anger to Him. To God, not the person. If you choose to confront the person who has wronged you, do so gently. Listen to any explanation. It can give you a different perspective on the person's actions and intentions.
If the person admits that they're yawning.
If the person admits that what?
He or she did was wrong and asks you to forgive.
Do so.
You must.
Must.
Do so, you must.
That is the end of this chapter 3, I believe. So thanks for tracking with us through chapter 3, everyone. Next time we'll start chapter 4.
And we'll read some Burks.
This is the book song. I make it up as I go along. I'm singing so that the credits have time to roll. This is the book song. It's getting worse because I don't rehearse. So click on the next video and let's all read some books.